Hey everybody, Varun here from Language Academy. Guys, welcome back to another video. This video is going to be a masterclass on the new question type Pearson has recently added, Summarise Group Discussion. An important question type because this will give you a lot of points in speaking and listening as well. But this one is an easy one if you do it the right way. What we'll be covering in this video, we'll have a look at a proven template, a structure using which I got 90 in PT after the changes, and you can get your 90 as well. We'll have a look at what the task is, what you're required to do, what's the marking criteria like, what are the do's and don'ts, a proven structure. I'll give you a sample answer as well, and then we'll discuss few of the do's and don'ts. This is an easy task, but you need to make sure you fetch as many points as you can from this task type, because there's a very high return on investment here. You put in a little effort, understand it, do it the right way, you'll get a lot of points in speaking and listening. So let's get started with the video. Before we move on, just one thing: if you want to practice this question type or anything else related to PT, you can just go on languageacademy.com.au, register, start practicing. You can take one free full score mock test, for which you'll not only get the scorecard but in-depth feedback, tutor analysis, and in-depth analysis on what you have done right, where you have gone wrong, and how you have to improve the same. So just go on languageacademy.com.au, register and start practicing, or you can download the LAPT exam practice app. So let's get back to the video. What is Summarise Group Discussion? This is the 6th question type of your test. In this, you'll get an audio which will go on between 2 to 3 minutes, and this will be a conversation or a discussion between 3 people. There will be 3 speakers in this. While the audio is going on, you have to take down notes. Once the audio stops, you'll only have 10 seconds, after which you'll have to summarize whatever they spoke in the audio or the discussion, and you'll have to speak around 2 minutes. The best time for which you should be speaking in your response is around 90 seconds to 120 seconds, anywhere between 1.5 to 2 minutes. All right, you'll get 2 to 3 Summarise Group Discussion questions in your test, and this will contribute in your speaking and listening. All right, how is this marked? This is marked like any of the speaking question type. This is also marked on 3 parameters: fluency, pronunciation, and content. Fluency, you get 5 points. Pronunciation, you get 5 points. And content, you get 6 points. 5 points for fluency. Fluency is simple. In PT speaking, keep this thing in your mind. Fluency is not your speed. It's more about speaking naturally in a clear and concise manner. Let's say if I have to speak a sentence, I'm going to London with my friends tomorrow. Don't go this fast. It's not about speed. Fluency is about speaking at a moderate pace, speaking in a flow, taking natural pauses, avoiding any kind of unnatural pauses and hesitations. So to get full points in fluency, you have to make sure you speak at a moderate pace, take natural pauses, use connectors. Whenever you feel like you're running out of breath, take a slight pause after a few words or connectors, and then avoid any kind of unnatural pauses and hesitations. Next is pronunciation. It's just your clarity. Make sure you speak as clear as possible. Do not change your accent. Keep it normal. This test is designed for non-native speakers like us. Keep your accent natural, but focus on speaking clearly. You'll be fine. What is content? Content is important, and content part will directly impact your listening scores. How much you get from this task in your listening model, okay? How do you get full points in content? For content, you have to make sure in your response you provide an introduction, provide the main ideas, at least 5 to 6 main key points, whatever they discussed in the conversation, and then provide a conclusion as well. Along with this, you have to speak around 90 seconds at least. So if you speak around 90 seconds, provide 5 to 6 main ideas, provide an introduction and a conclusion, your content will be sorted. So that is what this task is about. You'll get an audio, you take down notes. Make sure you focus on note taking, because that is the key. If you don't have notes in front of you while the audio is going on, you will not be able to speak. All right, and then to get full points, speak at a moderate pace, take natural pauses, speak clearly, and at the same time provide an introduction, the main ideas and a conclusion, and you will be 100% fine. So this was Summarise Group Discussion, task description and marking criteria. Now I'm going to give you a template or a structure which you can use in your test. But before that, remember that there is human interference in Summarise Group Discussion. What does human interference means? PT has recently started this thing that whenever students or whenever the system detects that students are using a pre-memorized response or the response which they are giving lacks meaningful or relevant content, then a human will check the response and mark the content. Therefore, you have to make sure whatever answer or response you're giving, you have to provide relevant information. If you are just speaking a fixed template without relevant content, or if you have memorized a structure and you're just speaking it without giving any relevance to what there was in the audio, you're not going to get the scores. So I'll give you a structure, but you'll have to add a lot of content, means you'll have to take a lot of notes while the audio is going on and then give out your response. So you can see the structure which I used in my test, which all our students are using in the test, and which you can use in the test as well. So you start with an introduction. The discussion was mainly about, you provide the main topic. Then what you do is you divide your response in 3 different parts. 3 points by first speaker, 2 to 3 points by second speaker, and 2 to 3 points by the third speaker. And then you provide a conclusion. Let's say you have taken notes, right? You've got 9 short phrases. You don't really need to keep a track that what first speaker actually said, what second speaker said, what third speaker said. You take down as many as key points or notes or phrases you can, then link first 3 phrases you have with the first speaker, next 3 phrases with the second speaker, and the last 3 phrases with the third speaker, and then provide a conclusion. So you always start, the discussion was mainly about the topic. The first speaker discussed about whatever point you have. He further mentioned about second point. If you can easily add another sentence over here, like you can say, he also elaborated, he provided details, furthermore he told about. After that, the second speaker focused on one point. Dash was also explained in the discussion, or you can just say he also discussed, and then point number 4. Add another point, and then we'll move on to the third speaker. The third speaker also shared information about one phrase or key point or a sentence, small sentence from the audio. Then you add 1 to 2 more sentences, like he further elaborated, he provided details, he shared information, he focused on, he mentioned about, whatever you want to say. And then you come to the conclusion. Towards the end, the discussion focused on point number 7 or 8. Overall, the discussion included important details about 1 and 2 points, any 2 points. All right. So basically what I have done is I have given you a sentence for introduction, 3 points for the first speaker, 3 points for second, and 3 points for the third, and then 2 points for conclusion. There's no hard and fast rule that you have to just follow the words which I've given you. You can create a structure yourself. The whole idea is you have linkers or connectors or transition words. If I have to make a structure on the spot, this is how I'll do it. The lecture was about globalization. The first speaker mentioned that globalization is an important part of the economy. He further added that globalization brings a lot of business and marketing opportunities in an economy. Moreover, he told about different businesses which are directly or indirectly impacted by globalization. Next, the second speaker focused on the drawbacks of globalization. He firstly said it impacts a lot on the local businesses, and local businesses suffer and lose a lot of revenue. He also added that small shops are closed down due to big brands as a result of globalization. The third speaker, after which mentioned that there are a lot of positives to globalization. The first positive which he mentioned is the increased exposure to the local people of the country, and they get to know more about the big brands. Moreover, he told that the big brands or big companies or the global brands bring a lot of advanced technology and infrastructure in the country, as well as there is a lot of foreign investment which boosts the economy of the country. Towards the end, they mentioned about the advantages globalization has showered upon China and India. To conclude, the discussion was about the impacts of positives and negative impacts of globalization. So what did I do over here? If the audio was going on, I would have tried and taken down as many as keywords I could. You will have enough content. The audio will go on around 3 minutes, right? Look at your notes. This was the main topic. These 3 points were first, 3 were second, these 3 were third, and then conclusion. Keep it simple, keep it easy. You don't have to follow what structure I have given you. You can create your own structure. The whole idea is introduction, first, second, third speaker and conclusion, and you'll be fine. Go around 90 seconds. Now, what will happen many a times, you will have less content, right? In case you have less content, you speak the same thing in different way. For example, you can say, firstly, the speaker mentioned about the positives and negatives of globalization. The first positive which he mentioned is this, whereas the second positive which is mentioned is this. So what we are doing over here, we are just elaborating, stretching, explaining the short thing in longer words. That's what you have to do. If you have less idea, less content, just expand the same thing or speak the same thing in different words. No one really cares. As long as you are speaking relevant content, you will get full points in your content. Even if human interference is there, they will not check for content accuracy. No one will check, okay, was this point spoken? Was this point not spoken? Did the third speaker actually mention that, or was this said by the second speaker? No, they'll just check if you are speaking relevant information. If you're speaking related and relevant information to whatever the discussion was going on, you will definitely get full points. This is what I did in my test, which I'll highly recommend you to do in your test, and which all our students are doing, and majority of them, they have got a superior score after the changes as well. So this is what you have to do in Summarise Group Discussion. While the audio is going on, take down the main topic, take down 6, 7, 8, 9 sentences or short phrases. Make sure you understand what's going on as well. It's very important you understand. If you don't understand, you'll not be able to frame up sentences. And then note down the last part. Then use the structure which I've given you. Go around 90 seconds. If you have less content, repeat the same. No one cares. Repeat the same in different words. Go around 90 seconds and you'll be fine. To see if you are doing it the right way, to see if you're actually going to get the scores in the test, you can just practice Summarise Group Discussion on languageacademy.com.au. The marking is exactly same as it will be there in your PTE test. So this was Summarise Group Discussion. Now a few things which you need to take care of in note taking. First of all, make sure before the audio starts, actually you'll have 5 to 6 seconds. Make sure your pen and notepad are ready. As soon as the audio starts, you have to make sure you take down as many notes. One request, please make sure you take the notes in an organized manner. I see a lot of students write down 3 pages of notes and then they're not even able to read their own handwriting. Write less, but write it in an organized and neat and clean manner so that you can actually understand what you have written. If it's not clear, you will mess up your fluency, your pronunciation, and your content as well. If you have less content but neat and clean, you will be able to frame more sentences out of it instantly, and there will be no hesitations as well. Next, while taking notes, if you miss something, leave it. Move on to the next idea. If the topic is unfamiliar, try to write down as much as you can and then try to understand it. Also, if you have less ideas, repeat the same in different words. Another thing, don't worry about spellings, don't worry about articles. If you just go wrong while taking notes, just keep on going and you'll be 100% fine. Next, you have to focus more on nouns, important things, terms, or main focus of the audio and items which are relevant or related to the main focus of the audio. That is what will fetch you, will give you points in content. When you move from one sentence to another, use transition words, go around 90 seconds and make sure you speak as clearly as possible. That is all you have to do in Summarise Group Discussion and everything will fall in place. Easy task. What you have to do while the audio is going on, take down notes in a neat and clean manner, organized manner, understand the lecture. After the audio, you'll have 10 seconds, quickly skim through what you have written, then start with an introduction, 3 points by each speaker, a conclusion, go around 90 seconds, focus on framing easy sentences. Even if you speak or if you make a grammar mistake while speaking, ignore it. You don't really need fancy words. Vocabulary is not important. You can repeat the ideas, but you cannot repeat the same sentence again and again. So frame different sentences or speak the same idea in different words and you will be 100% fine. All right. So this is what you have to do in Summarise Group Discussion. If you do it the right way, 100% you will get your desired scores. If you think the videos are helpful, please consider subscribing. That helps the channel to grow and that helps the videos to reach the right audience. If you ever get your desired scores watching my videos, do let me know. That is something I work for and that is something which will keep me going on. If you need any help, we do have on-campus and online classes. We run 14 sessions a day according to different time zones. For PTE Academic, PTE Core, everything about PTE, we have got you covered. Just send us a message, give us a call. Our team will be with you and we will give 100% to help you out, like we have helped more than 50,000 students till date. Now, what you need to do next, go on languageacademy.com.au, follow whatever I've told you, practice, see what score you're getting, look for AI remarks, feedbacks, and suggestions, improve the same, take the mock test, see what score you're getting in the mock test, work out where you've gone wrong. Once you get your scores in the mock test, go for the actual test and you'll be 100% fine. That's it from this video. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and stay safe. And remember, if I've done it 15 times, you can do it as well. Just go practice, or you can download the LAPT exam practice app as well.